arrived in Genève. We're going to be here for about 3 days, I suppose. But the site we're actually on, you can see this is actually the site. I'll put the name of the site and so forth and some details about it on the video. Literally we're literally backed up onto the lake itself, which is just a stunning view in the morning. See, there's the swans enjoying their breakfast or their morning groom. So we're going to be heading into Genève later on, which obviously once again I'll post some details. I'll do a short little video of that and so forth to It's just it's stunning actually, to be any fair. So I'm hoping we'll have a few days here and sort of catch up and give you all the good, the bad and the ugly of it all. But at the moment it's stunning. I'm hoping to get maybe some sort of footage, maybe in the evening, so if the sun sets and so forth, because I'm sure once again it's going to be beautiful. It's just lovely. So I'll keep it short. It was just really to introduce you to the day, and I'll get some more footage later showing you some highlights of it. We're just in Geneva, just outside the Geneva water fountain. I did do some video up quite close. I might well post it here, but I don't know how well it's come out, to be pretty honest, because you get pretty wet when you get near it. And literally, I probably struggle even seeing out the glasses. As it suggested, at the end of the day, it is a big water fountain. So I suppose, what do you expect? Just made it to Geneva. This is one of the walk. As you'll see, I'm just going to try and actually getting really wet if you get near it, but I'm going to try to coax up so you can see one of the highlights of the place. Don't know if you can hear me above the quite nice little boat actually. Like I say, if you get a bit wet, you get close. Maybe I don't know quite how high it is. I'll try and post that up on some information maybe on the video as we go near it. So we're on our way into Geneva, so I thought I'd just probably do a bit of a quick video of water feature. The edge is probably quite covered in water by now, but I can try and come around and get some video of it. So, just the harbour in Geneva. Immense actually how far that's taken the water up. You can just get a picture from that side. Not sure how that video's coming out because it's all over the place trying to get a decent video across to everybody. Okay, I arrived here in Geneva, just outside the flower clock. Gets quite famous, and because it's quite famous, it gets quite crowded. But anyway, I must confess, this is the better. If you come sort of September time to Switzerland, you don't get quite as many crowds. So I could imagine if you came probably peak season, I don't know, May, June time, probably be lucky to see the clock at all. I should imagine. But anyway, in the meantime, I will try and get above people's heads to get a bit more of a view of the clock. The surroundings without getting too many people in there. Hopefully managed to miss them a little bit. It's actually just inside the park. We could actually have a little walk around the park in a minute as well, actually, because I think the park's actually quite nice. There's some water fountains over there and so forth. Geneva town in the background, and basically weather's beautiful. I mean, I'll sign off and I will actually put some directions of whereabouts it is on locations and so forth in the video later. So we're now in the park between the water fountain and the clock, effectively. Nice little park to go and have a picnic in our particular case. That's what we did. And you've got your water fountain in the middle, which is quite sort of inviting in this time of this weather at the moment. Beautiful actually. This is in September, and it's just lovely. I'm going to try and actually go around here where you can get a view. Into Geneva is once again it's a no-go zone as far as cars and public transport. Public transport's probably okay. Once again, we find where we're situated on the campsite, just about 4.5 kilometres from here. Perfect. Once again, hop on your bikes, cycle into here, lock your bike up somewhere, pretty much anywhere really. There's no really designated place as such. You find somewhere secure, just lock it up. Nice flat cycling track, plenty of cycling provisions on the road and so forth. So it's once again, it's perfectly safe. It's just a cracking place again. Just outside this other little monument, which okay, as per usual, I'll try and put some text on the bottom to actually tell you where it is and what it is, rather than try and pronounce it and so forth. But anyway, I'm just going to show you around. This is certainly worth a up. It's another little park you can come and have a picnic in if you want to, or just sit and have the views over the bay like that, which is all very nice, very pretty. I'll just walk you around it a little bit and just actually show you around. Each place you have these little water locations. As always with Switzerland, everything is just so clean and tidy. It's just beautiful. At the back here, so you don't fancy picnicking, you fancy more dining out. You've got your little restaurant at the back here as well, where you can actually grab some lunch, maybe a coffee if you want to. And say there's another little place to sit in and gather your thoughts, or just refresh yourself before moving on. And you can see once again the water fountain, which is obviously very prominent throughout this area. You can still see that in the background as well, actually. Again, I'll sort of carry on viewing around Geneva, which is just coming across as somewhere where just so many little nooks and crannies of beauty. Really, it's fantastic, lovely city. Yeah, definitely should be on your list if you're coming around Switzerland, even if it's just for a few days, maybe just to catch the sights. It's very pretty. Everywhere is just so relaxed, and yeah, just get on your bike, adventure around it. It's beautiful. Say, set yourself up a campsite nearby if you can. Like, just basically stick a pin around there and just try and get somewhere within 6 kilometres. I'll also put where we're actually stopping, because it is a lovely site, in case that becomes one on your list. It certainly would be one of my recommendations. Don't count the location, and the facilities there is very good. So I'll stab a pin in to give you some pointers where that is. In the meantime, let's just have a quick pan round. And I'll sign off. Once again, if I get any more stills or anything to sort of just highlight it, I'll stick them on the video as well. Okay, we've just stopped off at a place called, I think it's called Parc La Grange. I'll put a text on it because just in case my pronunciation is not wrong. It's another little park actually. I'll just pan around and show you whereabouts it is. It's actually overlooking this building at the end there. Once again, just gorgeous little walk actually if you're sort of out there. I mean, in our case we've got the dog, so we just love little places like this where we can just sort of spend a day walking around the park, looking at the ornamental gardens and so forth. It's just just kind of one of our little guilty pleasures, I suppose. But so it's just lovely, and I say it's just with the backdrop of that over the lake, which is just vast. All that basically all really within sort of probably, I don't know, 20 minutes of each other really, all within walking distance. If you rode your bike down here, for example, and dropped it off somewhere, you could pretty much walk all these all within sort of fairly sort of decent walking sort of distance. I say definitely another little one. I say they got a little coffee shop inside here as well, around the grounds. You can, in our case we stopped, nothing like taking in the sights with a latte by the side of you. Okay, so I'm just going to pan round and show you some of the views again. I will put some stills up properly of showing you different parts of it as well. Parc La Grange, I think it's called. Probably not pronounced that way, unfortunately. We English don't do well on foreign languages, but we do well at appreciating the beauty of our fellow countries. All right, take care, and I'll catch you all soon. Again, you find yourself cycling around the lake and discovering literally within probably each one within half a kilometre. Another lovely little park. I mean, okay, the sun isn't as nice as what it was yesterday when we ventured out, but even then, I mean, it's just still epically good, beautiful. I see that's a little bike and trailer we take out, taking our Maya with us. She always has to go with it, and that's my wife's show over there with the over there next. And you can probably just about see Maya over the sticking her head out over the top just to have a bit of a drink. But anyway, that's we digress. So anyway, so then you can actually see once again epic views of the lake and another lovely little park. I'll put the location of this little park as well. But to be as you're riding around, you stick to the path, the cycle track going around the lake. It literally just every so often you just come across a little park with some statues in. I mean, don't obviously picnic in every one of them, because you'll probably put on about like 15 pounds in weight by the time you get away from Switzerland. But because everyone is just lovely, it's just a lovely little place to sit and relax. Anyway, I'll sign off and stop when there's some more information. Just outside the horse monument, which is around here. Take some videos showing you that guy there. He's obviously, need I say, wasn't exactly at the back of the queue, was he? But anyway, moving on. Beautiful statue, as always, as there is so many places in Switzerland. Nothing really much to add, except for I might be able to get I'll try and get you just the monument to show you exactly that part there. Morning. So as you can see, it's not such a nice morning today, but anyway, this is more going to be advice about cycling in many EU countries, but certainly the case in Switzerland. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to point the camera for a moment at them two signs on the road. You'll see there's obviously two signs of a push bike. Effectively, they don't always have the arrows on them, so ignore the arrow side. The arrows are generally only when they actually have like an intersection. But effectively, what they do, they have you generally riding on the correct side of the road, in this particular case on the right side of the road, and they are actually the right side of the road. So when you're cycling, you must always be on a lane that goes effectively up, and basically as if you're trying to go from the ground upwards into the cyclist, like the arrow indicates. And if you do find that you've only got one of these symbols, it's because you're probably on the wrong side of the road. And then what you're going to get cyclists coming towards you, and they're going to be telling you off, saying, "Oh, you're on the wrong side of the road," in whatever native tongue they're talking at the time. Normally, probably some profanities inside there as well. But effectively, so as you see, so when you're riding, you've got to. So if you imagine you're actually what you're doing, you're going from the right direction. It's going from the bottom of the wheels to the head, That's kind of like the best way of looking at it. So effectively, this one would be going on the right side of the road. That's there. So occasionally, like this one shows, you can actually got two directional traffic for bikes, like this one is. But what this is actually doing, it's directing you now to cross the zebra crossing, and then over the other side, you'll be on effectively the right side of the road, and also the right side of the road for travelling in that direction. And if you go in that direction, you'd obviously be on this side of the road. I know it all seems a bit stupid, but it kind of works. And if you do keep to that, you don't effectively get cyclists, first of all, running you over like that one nearly did, but also you're actually on the right side of the road, so you don't upset the locals. And it does work. I thought I'd just stop and show you that, because I've got an opportunity to show you the signage and zebra crossing. When it comes to zebra crossings, another thing, I think I can probably just cross the road and show you this little bit. I don't know whether you can actually, don't know whether you can actually make it across the road. You might have to zoom in on my video, but effectively there's a little man like you would in the UK, but there's also a little cycle underneath him. What you effectively get quite often is you'll see like that guy there is actually going the wrong direction. He's shooting down, but he's actually on the wrong side of the road. So even the locals don't do it properly often. But basically, what you end up you kind of often you get two sets of traffic lights. You get a set of traffic lights for cars, but then you get a second set of very small traffic lights, indicating whether the bikes have to stop. Because often on certain junctions, cycles don't actually need to stop; they can carry on. Because of the way the roads it's not always the case. Obviously, it depends on the road. On a main junction, they generally have to stop, and And if a zebra crossing has obviously got to tell you to stop, you do. Same as any other road user would do, but generally you have to keep an eye out, because sometimes you'll find there's a little push bike set of traffic lights as well as a normal set of traffic lights, which actually allows you to go straight through, and it's happy days. Okay, right, a bit of a long old rant on that one really, but basically hopefully helpful. It will avoid you sort of hopefully having an accident on your bike, because as much as the roads are really safe for push bikes, as I've probably said on many videos, certainly in Europe and especially in Switzerland, there are certain rules that you're supposed to adhere to. If nothing else, it just saves you getting in trouble with the locals. Anyway, I'll sign off on that, and hopefully happy cycling and enjoy Switzerland when you do visit.